गुड आफ्टरनून सर. सर मैं बीए पॉलिटिकल साइंस फर्स्ट ईयर का स्टूडेंट हूँ रामदास कॉलेज. अभी सीयूईटी एग्जाम दिया तो उसमें लकीली हो गया नॉर्थ कैंपस में.
Congratulations.
थैंक यू सर. सर मेरा एक क्वेश्चन है आपसे कि काफ़ी लोग बोलते हैं कि फॉलो क्लीशे है कि फॉलो पैशन आप जो कर मर्जी है कीजिए, पर बहुत सारी चीज़ें हमारे सिचुएशंस नहीं हो पाती है और फिर बाद में आके अगर हम अपना पैशन फॉलो करते हैं तो एक सेल्फ डाउट भी आता है कि उसे कोप अप कैसे करें. फिर सेल्फ डाउट है कि हम नहीं कर पाएंगे, तो ये बहुत आता है कि क्योंकि हमारा डिसीजन है, फिर लोग बोलते हैं कि तुमने करा था, तो सेल्फ डाउट को कोप अप कैसे करें.
तो अंशुल बताया आपने नाम?
अंशुल
या फॉलो योर पैशन मेरे हिसाब से बहुत ही बेहुदा एडवाइस है, बिकॉज उसमें दो चीजें एज्यूम होती हैं. एक कि आपको ऑलरेडी पता है कि आपका पैशन क्या है, और दूसरा वो कहीं छुपा हुआ था आपकी जिंदगी में और आपका फर्ज बनता है उस चीज को ढूंढना, विच इज नॉट व्हाट आई बिलीव इन. आई डोंट थिंक वन कैन फाइंड योर पैशन एंड फॉलो इट. वन बिल्ड्स योर पैशन ओवर टाइम. तो आप अपने 20s में आप बहुत 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 यंग है. प्लीज दुनिया का जो वो टाइमलाइन वाला असूल है ना कि 25 तक ये, 30 तक ये, 35 तक ये, 40 तक ये, उसको भूल जाइए. जिंदगी अपने रेस पे चलिएगा, अपने स्पीड पे चलिएगा. एंड द वे दैट यू हैव टू डू दिस, एटलीस्ट माय सजेशन विल बी इन योर 20s, अंशुल, spend your time exploring yourself. And that means कि कौन सी चीजें हैं जिसको करने में आपको अच्छा लगता है, कौन सी चीजें हैं जिसको करने में आप बहुत अच्छे हैं, कौन सी चीजें हैं जो आपको एक्चुअली पैसा कमा के दे सकते हैं, फुलफिलमेंट दे सकते हैं, कंटेंटमेंट दे सकते हैं. It may be BA, it could be content writing, it could be digital marketing, it could be Web3 development, it could be farming, and nothing is out of boundary. दुनिया आपको 1000 चीजें बोलेंगी, लेकिन आप अपने आप से बात करते रहिएगा और अपने आप को सिर्फ एक ही बोलिएगा. एंड इफ यू स्पेंड योर 20s इन एक्सप्लोरिंग योर पैशन एंड डिस्कवरिंग इट एंड होनिंग इट, then that is the best use of your decade. There is no passion to be found anywhere. It is only to be built over time. Did that make sense?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hi Ankur, a big fan over here, and first of all, before the question, I just want to thank you personally for waging the war on FDs. If you had done this 20 years ago and my parents had listened to you, my inheritance would be twice as much. But coming down to the question, I personally am, I started a now unsuccessful tech venture, and as a leader in the tech.com space, I want to ask you that if you had to boil down your work in terms of or your role as a CEO in terms of people you're bringing into the company, the product that you're building, and the culture that you're instilling in everybody below you, which of those three will you prioritize and rank them, and why would you place them at those particular ranks?
There's a beautiful book that I read called The Hard Thing About Hard Things. If you haven't read it, please pick it up. It's a terrific book by a guy called Ben Horowitz, who runs this investment company called A16Z. And in there is a chapter that Ben writes about. The title of that chapter is People, Product, Profits, in that order. And I love that because that is so true and something that I've realized as a founder. Center yourself on the people first. And when I say people, it doesn't mean necessarily your team. It also means your consumers. And think about actively what is it that they want in their life. Whether you attend to people that you are hiring, whether you attend to people that you're building for, you have to be consciously aware of what is it that they want in life and why is it that they care about it so deeply. Basis that you build a product. And a product is not always consumer facing. A product is also what you build as your company. Your culture is also a product. Your processes are also a product. The way that you conduct yourself as a leader is also a product. And that then defines whether people that you were catering to have the product to solve their problems or not. And if you do that secondly and do it right, then profits usually is a direct outcome of that. But even if it isn't, that becomes your center, but not before people and products have been taken care of. I follow the same principle. It's worked commendably for me, so I wouldn't know of any other way to suggest. So people, product, profits, in that order.